Hey crocheters, this is Shannon with Dogwood Crochet, and today I'm going to show you how to crochet these lovely Trinity stitch headbands. And I will link the full pattern, which is available on my Etsy shop. I'll link that in the description box. But let me just show you what these look like on real quick before we jump into the tutorial. I'm going to pin my hair up first so that I can put it on, and then I can let my hair down. But my thinking with making these was summer is approaching and I want to wear my hair down, but I want it out of my face and off of my neck, and so these headbands can really help with that. So I'm just tying it in the back here in a double knot. If you want, I have instructions for how to make these ties a little bit longer if you want to do a bow, or if you want them to kind of like hang down and be more decorative. But I wanted mine to just be kind of short and out of the way. So I did that, and here's what it looks like on. It's just really cute and summery with the cotton yarn, and it's really comfortable too. So I'm really loving wearing these, and I hope you enjoy this tutorial. So the materials you'll need are a 5mm crochet hook and some cotton worsted weight yarn. I'm using Lily's Sugar and Cream cotton yarn. So first we're going to start out by making this rectangular panel, and then we will make these little ties or drawstrings at the end. And we're going to be using the Trinity stitch for this headband. So we're going to start by making a slip knot, and then we're going to chain 10. All right, so I just chained 10. If you want to make your headband either wider or more narrow, you can adjust that. Just make sure that you chain an even number to begin with. So you could do chain 12, chain 14, chain 8, whatever you want. This one is chain 10, and it's about 2.5 inches wide. So once we've chained 10, we're going to be working into these back bumps. So we'll flip our chain over, and you can see this back bump right here. We're going to work into that. So we're going to find that second chain from the hook. The loop that's on our hook doesn't count. We're going to single crochet into that back bump of the second chain from the hook. All right. Now for the Trinity stitch, what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet 3 together in the next 3 chains, including this chain that we just worked into. So we're going to insert our hook into that same chain that we just placed our first single crochet into, yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops on the hook, insert our hook into the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, and then finally insert our hook into the third chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops, and then chain 1. And then we just repeat this across the row. So we're going to start by working into the same stitch or chain that we just worked into, and the next 2 chains. So insert our hook into that same chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops on the hook, insert our hook into the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, and finally the last chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops, and chain 1. You'll want to make sure that these are relatively loose, especially your chains, because you're going to be working into these in the next row. And if they're too tight, it's just makes it a little bit harder to work into. And so we just repeat this across for the rest of the row. This is the Trinity stitch. And don't forget to chain 1 after you've done the single crochet 3 together. And now we have 2 chains left. We're going to do our last single crochet 3 together. So we should be going into our last chain right now. And then pull through all 4. And then at the end of this, instead of chaining 1, we're going to single crochet into our last chain. So we start and end each row with a single crochet. And this is what it looks like at the end of row 1. So we had a chain 10, and now we should have 9 stitches. Make sure this right here counts as our first stitch. It kind of is like lower than the rest, so it might be hard to count it, but make sure that you count this right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 stitches. And then we just repeat that. So we chain 1 and turn. And now we'll be working into these stitches instead of the chains. So we're going to single crochet into this first stitch here. And then we're going to single crochet 3 together with the same stitch that we just worked into. And this is why you want to make sure that your stitches are loose so that you can work into them easily. 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, and chain 1. And then just do that again, work into that same stitch that we just worked into, and then the next 2. Yarn over, pull through all 4 loops on the hook, and chain 1. And that's it. So that's how you do the Trinity stitch. We just continue this. And then here we have our last single crochet 3 together. Here's that last stitch that's kind of shorter than the others. For the next few rows, this last stitch shouldn't be shorter. It's usually just in the first row because of that starting chain that it's a little bit shorter. And so remember, we just did this last one. We're not going to chain 1. We're going to single crochet into the last stitch. And then chain 1 and turn. So that's it. Those are the steps we follow for the Trinity stitch. Now in terms of the dimensions of the headband itself, you're going to want to measure the circumference of your head, or whoever you're making this for, get an idea of the circumference of their head. I guess average adult size head circumference is around like 20 to 22 inches around. I measured mine and mine is 20. So what you want to do is we want this rectangle to be whatever your circumference is minus 4 inches. So I did 20 minus 4, and this rectangle is 16 inches long. And so I'll just show you right here. We have 16 inches of the Trinity stitch. And so you'll just want to repeat the Trinity stitch until you have whatever your circumference is minus 4 inches. So for me, that ended up being about 43 rows. But for you, depending on whatever yarn you're using and your gauge and the size that you want it to be, it could be more or less rows. And then we will work on these drawstrings at the end. So continue working this Trinity stitch until you have your desired size for the band. Like I said, you'll want it to be your whatever head circumference you're making it for minus 4 inches. And that's it. So we just continue this. I'm going to keep working this up, and then I'll come back at the end of my row 43 and I will show you how to do the next step. All right, so I'm about to do row 43, which is my last row. And then once I finish this row, I'll show you what the dimensions look like for the piece so far. If you're in the process of making this, leave a comment below and let me know what color yarn you're using. All right, last stitch. And then let me just chain 1 and turn, and then I'll show you what the measurements are. So the width is 2.5 inches, and then our length is nearly 16 inches. So that's perfect because, like I said at the beginning, my head circumference is 20 inches and we want this to be the circumference minus 4 inches. So we have 16 inches. So next we're going to make the first strap here. So I chain 1 and turn, and then we're just going to slip stitch into the next 5 stitches. Four and 5. So if you made it wider, you want to slip stitch basically halfway across. Now we're going to chain 20. If you want your little ties to be either longer or shorter, you can do more or less chains, but I'm going to chain 20. And 20. Okay, so just chain 20. Now we're going to work into the back bumps of our chains again. I'm going to start in the second chain from the hook, and I'm going to slip stitch. So just slip stitch into the back bump of that second chain from the hook. And then we're just going to do that in each remaining chain. So back bump, slip stitch into each chain. So I will keep slip stitching until I get down here to the beginning or end of the chain, and then I'll come back. All right, I'm coming up on my last chain here, so I'm just going to work into that back bump with a slip stitch. And here's what it looks like. Now we're going to slip stitch into that 5th stitch from our last row again. So we already put 1 slip stitch in here, but we're going to do another one just to kind of secure the tie onto the band. And then we are going to slip stitch into the remaining 4 stitches of the row. All right, so that's the end of that side. Then we're just going to fasten off. You can leave a tail long enough to weave in your ends. And then we're going to come to the other side over here. And we're going to attach our yarn onto this first stitch here. So I like to just pull the end through with my hook and then tie a knot. And then I'm going to stick my hook through that stitch and then yarn over, pull up a loop, and chain 1. So now we're just going to repeat what we did on the other side for the ties. So we're going to slip stitch into the first 5 stitches. So we're going to go into this one where we just secured our yarn and slip stitch. And then into the next 4 stitches. And this side was our chain, so it might be a little bit tighter and harder to work into, but just wiggle your hook around till you make it work. All right, here's 5. So once again, we're halfway through the band, and then we're just going to chain 20. So I just chain 20, and then we're going to do the same steps that we did before. So we're going to find the back bump of the second chain from our hook. Here's the first chain, here's the second one. Slip stitch into that back bump, and then repeat that for each remaining chain. So I'll just keep doing this, and then I will come back. Then we just slip stitch into these last 4 stitches. And that's it. And then we just fasten off and weave in our ends. And that's it. That's how to crochet this Trinity stitch headband. It's super cute and really nice for summer, especially if you just want to wear your hair down but get it out of your face or off of your neck. I'm definitely going to be wearing these a lot this summer, but I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. The full written pattern is available on my Etsy shop. I'll link that in the description box. And please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials. Thanks, bye.